It's 3 a.m. I just got back from a night out with my friends and I was doing a shower. And then I was just in the shower just thinking about what part 3 for this year's anniversary could be. Now, in my mind, as I was thinking about this, there was only two possibilities that we have for the ending of this anniversary. Part 3 is typically where they want to sell the hypest Dragon Ball character and the hypest rarity in this game. So for, I guess, Legends, it would be the hypest Dragon Ball character in an Ultra format. Now, for the past few major celebrations, we've typically only seen them do one, like, big bang character to end off a celebration. The only celebration where we've seen two characters is last year with the 7th anniversary bring Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza. But typically, they want to go out big and they do one character. Now, I think that if we're gonna get one character, that one character has to carry all of the hype of the part. And in my mind, there's only two characters who they have yet to release as a big bang ultra. And that is, Ultra UI Goku and Ultra Dragon Ball Super, Full Power Super Saiyan Broly. Now, I don't have to be the guy to tell you this, but we have a Full Power Super Saiyan Broly in the game right now. His banner is still live, and I'm pretty sure his banner will still be live when Part 3 begins. I don't have to be the one to tell you that Dragon Ball Super Broly is probably not gonna make an appearance for Part 3 of this anniversary, right? I don't think it takes a genius to understand that's not gonna be a thing. So if we're going to do a Part 3, there's a very good chance that it's gonna be a UI Goku. If it's gonna be a solo Ultra, right? It's gonna be UI Goku. Now, they could just decide to redo another character, and if they're going to redo another big bang character, I think there's pretty much only two options. Simply because, of the big bang characters that we already have, we have Super Gogeta, Super Vegeta, Blue Gogeta, Blue Vegeta, UI Sign Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Beast Gohan, and Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku as like the big bang ultras that we have right now. I think the only options outside of UI Goku would either be Blue Vegeta or Beast Gohan, or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But I don't think that they're gonna do Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta just because. Well, now that I think about it, they probably could do that. I mean, Vegeta has always been a part of the anniversary, and I mean, just revamping a Blue Vegeta to work with a Blue Gogeta would just be good. Future's in a really good spot right now. That actually would work now that I think about it. And just, another Blue Vegeta, just like, who wouldn't want that? For UI Goku, I just mentioned, if they're gonna do a UI Sign Goku, like, why would they do that when they can just do UI Goku in general? That doesn't make any sense to me. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta actually does, to me, make a ton of sense if they're gonna do a solo character, just because, you get to use Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Shocker. People would love that. The other one would be Beast Gohan. To be honest with you, Dokkan, it looks like they're going to be dropping a Beast Gohan soon. There's a good chance that they just want to drop a Beast Gohan. I mean, we haven't had a Beast Gohan since Ultra Beast Gohan, a year and a half ago? I mean, it's time for a new Beast Gohan. Like, this game loves to spam the ever-living crap out of Beast Gohan, so if they want to just do another Beast Gohan, I don't think people would be mad, right? But regardless, I think those are the options that we have access to. And my thing with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is that they just did Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 2 years ago. Me, personally, I wouldn't want that. But then again, there's also the fact that you can just run Gogeta 4 with Gogeta Blue, and that's sick as hell. Like, who wouldn't want that, right? And I mean, he would fit right at home with Fusion Warrior. Same thing with Blue Vegeta. Like, I think Blue Vegeta or Blue Gogeta, like, people would be very happy about that. I don't think there's a negative, around them, and I think that the teams that they can buff are like already in a good position outside of like GT, but like they could just, like, for GT, I don't think it's very hard. Like, they could just give it a unique equipment to some random GT schmuck character, and then like, you have Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku, who might not be the best anymore, but I mean, he's still there. You can use him. And maybe they could just give us another like Zenkai or another unique woman, or then like the after party character could be another GT character. Like there's a lot of avenues to make, you know, a standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta like a thing, right? It could be a thing. But outside of that, I think that if we're gonna get new representation, UI Goku's who I'm looking at. Now, again, just because they did revamp Blue Gogeta, there's a good chance that they might not just do another revamp character, and I personally think that's the smarter way to do it, because we can just space out more characters this way. But I also think that this year, because they want to be like an unpredictable 8th thing, and they were comfortable last year with giving 6 characters for Anniversary, I think most of the community is also looking at like 6 characters for this Part 3 character. And if we have that, I think the avenues of characters who could be the Ultra open up to be a bit more, right? So, obviously, if we're going to do a UI Goku, Jiren, duh, right? We haven't had a premium Jiren in, what, 4 years? Which, a little tangent about LF, you know, Purple Jiren is that he released in, what, February or something? I think, of 2022? I think there was like a rumor, or not even rumor, like a theory that this guy released a little bit early, because if you don't remember, back in 2022, like I think February, or was it April? I think it was supposed to be April, right? Is when Superhero got delayed? And I don't remember, but like people were probably like, oh, they knew that Superhero was going to be delayed or whatever. Did we get the news of the delay in February? I think it was somewhere around there, right? Actually. But I think people were like, oh, they probably just released Purple Jiren in spot of, you know, the Superhero banner release, just because, like, they had nothing they could release, I think, at that time. So, I don't know. That's a theory. It's not been proven. It's a theory, right? But regardless, we haven't had a premium full-powered Jiren, or just Jiren just in general, since the 4th year of the game. It's been 4 years since a premium Jiren. I think that it is a good time to release a new premium Jiren into the game. So we could have a Legend Jiren, Legend Full Power Jiren, and then an Ultra UI Goku, and I think that would go very well. We have a ton of characters that they could Zenkai. They could give a unique equipment to. I think the team that would need the most help is Universe Reps anyways. It's like, you look at UI Goku, he's on Sun Family, Saiyans, and God Ki. All 3 teams, I think, are in positions where they could just, like, get maybe a minor buff or whatever. Like, I think other than Sun Family, like, the other 2 teams are in a very good spot. And then, I mean, Sun Family, you have Pan, and then you have a Future Trunks and Future Gohan, and you can kind of make a Sun Family team that way. It could be a team that you run. Jiren, he has access to Universe Reps, and then Powerful Opponent. Powerful Opponent is in a very good spot, right? But the team that I think both characters share that kind of suck dong is Universe Reps. And in terms of unique equipment recipients, we've actually kind of hit majority of characters here, right? I guess actually this yellow Evolution Blue Vegeta doesn't have a unique equipment, so they could give him one. I'm a little hesitant of them giving us a unique equipment or Zenkai to Red UI Goku if we're gonna get an Ultra UI Goku, just simply because double UI Goku in the meta is not a good thing. I don't think that they should ever do that again. Yeah, it's a miserable experience, I think, for most people, like when they play in the higher ranks, even in like just like mid ranks. It's just like double UI Goku is not, I think, fun for most people. So I personally wish that they would never do that again, but they could, right? He's on the table. He's an Anniversary character. He's a super hype character. You know, double UI Goku. People would like that. The character I'm looking at though is probably, if we're gonna get a unique equipment, the yellow SSPE Vegeta. You know, get him some representation to this Anniversary. Why not this guy? And then for the Zenkai, honestly, it would either be Goku and Frieza or LF MVP 17. Honestly, they could even Zenkai, you know, Blue Vegeta, Evolution Blue Vegeta, and Kaioken Goku, the tag character. Just why not? Who cares? They got an equipment earlier this year. Theirs, unfortunately, was kind of a miss. I think that's agreed upon by most people. So they just Zenkai this character. We get another green character back into the meta, keep Rose in check or whatever, right? I mean, who cares, right? I mean, Universe Reps has options to buff. If they want to do 1% unique equipments, that's, again, a thing that they can do. They could give one to Bergamo, they could give one to Green Jiren, they could give one to Green Kefla. Like, there's a lot of Universe Reps characters that they could give buffs to. and really make this team competitive. So I don't think that we would be struggling if they were to do Universe Disruptor Part 3. But I think if they weren't going to do that, we could return probably back to Buu Saga. The big thing here is if we're gonna start to do double character celebrations, it's like I think a lot of people have thrown Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku into the mix. I think it's a very possible thing that they could do. I think a ultra transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku from base all the way to 3 is a very possible thing that they could do. I don't know if they'd want to start off as base, maybe probably start off as Super Saiyan, but you know, I feel like we need the ink art for like Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku when he's going up through all the transformations is heavily needed. If they're going to do a double character celebration for part 3 of this year, this is a very good spot to do this character. To be fair, I think that this character could exist on his own as like a monthly ultra, but if they wanted to drop this character for part 3 of its anniversary, I don't think they would be very mad about that. Because like, when you're thinking about Super Saiyan 3, like this is the Super Saiyan 3 moment, and like getting this in the ultra format is long overdue. I just don't know if this character would be hype enough to carry it by himself, but who knows, maybe he is, right? They give this guy like really good animations, and you know, things are like fantastic, and people love this guy, then it would be all great, right? And then as for the Majin Vegeta portion of this, I think they would probably have to do the Majin Vegeta versus Buu, specifically Final Explosion or Final Atonement. The last time we got a Vegeta that does this attack is holy crap. If you don't know how to read Legends tags, let me just quickly break it down for you. So DBL, obviously Dragon Ball Legends. Now this number after the DBL is going to be the month that the character released in since the game's launch. So if we were to take a look at Red Namek Goku from day one's launch, I believe his tag is DBL01-04S, which means that he released in the first month of the game dropping. So Majin Vegeta, this blue one, LF Blue Majin Vegeta having a 26 in his tag means that he released in the 26th month of the game. And if you know how to count months to years, you would know that 12 months is a year, so 24 months is 2 years. So 26 means that he released after the 2nd year anniversary, which is, oh, I don't know, 6 years ago? Yikes. And then -06, right? That's the 6th character that released that month. And then S, right, for Sparking. E would be Extreme, H is Hero, U is Ultra, and then L is Legend. Yeah, we haven't had a Final Explosion Vegeta in forever, man, so getting this guy after 6 years would be very much appreciated, I think, by a majority of the community. I think there's still PTSD of Majin Vegeta, Ultra Majin Vegeta from last year, but Final Explosion is cool, and it is a very deserved moment. It needs an update. I think we can all agree with that, right? I think this would be a well-received moment by most people, excuse me. And, I mean, in terms of character, like, buffs that they could do, I mean, hell no. Please no. You know, fusing Super Vegeto's on the table. No one's favorite. Purple Ultimate Gohan's on the table. Actually, the Majin Vegeta that we just looked at here, the blue transforming LF Majin Vegeta, this guy doesn't have a unique equipment in a modern sense. The only unique equipment this guy has access to is this one, which, if you read it, this doesn't have any modern, you know, effects of what a unique equipment does. This just gives you, honestly, mediocre stats. This is not good. You don't even run this on this Majin Vegeta anymore. Like, this Majin Vegeta equipment is really bad. Double defenses, this is what you find in the modern equips. 10% HP is good, but and 10% blue card damage, I feel like we could do a little better than that. But like 10% to base strike attack in slot 3? Who cares? And then 10% damage to Goku? Goku's not a character you see in this meta. Like, unless we're gonna get, you know, Majin, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like, that's not gonna take effect. But like, that's the only Goku that's gonna be in the meta. Like, other than Goku and Bardock. But let's be real, people are not gonna be running Goku and Bardock enough. So, I don't know. So, Blue LF Majin Vegeta actually doesn't have access to a good unique equipment, so they could give Blue LF Majin Vegeta unique equipment for this year. I mean, for Zenkais, if we look at LFs, they could Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. This guy's most definitely in Zenkai range. Is that really it? I mean, I don't think that they would, yeah, he's Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is the only one. I mean, to be fair, Hybrids is in a good position, so this guy would buff Hybrids, which is really nice. Buu Saga, right? I mean, Saiyans. Let me just take a quick look at Saiyans just to see what they would do for that. Where's that Saiyan? Saiyan LF Senkai. That's like thematically for this one. I mean, they could do Red UI Goku if they're gonna do these two, right? A solo UI Goku I don't think is bad in disguise Senkai as much anticipated. I mean, to be fair, people have been, I guess, thinking that Revival Purple Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is gonna Senkai because he is on whose banner? Future Trunks and Future Gohan's banner? I mean, there's a good chance he does, but I think that's a separate thing, right? Like, it's gonna be a part 2 thing, not a part 3 thing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm looking at this, and it's like... They could just do Red UI Goku for Saiyans, right? Or green, Red Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks as a Senkai. They could give the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks a unique equipment as well, or give a unique equipment to fusing Super Vegito. Like, I think reviving Super Vegito, fusing Super Vegito for this year would be a very good idea, right? Because people love the fusing, like the synchro gauge. I love that mechanic. Like, to get another chance to use Super Vegeta with a Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I think people would be very happy to do so. I mean, there is the fact that we also have Legend Super Vegeta, so maybe they won't do fusing Super Vegeta just yet, but I mean, you know, getting Vegeta his representation in the anniversary is very important. They've done that for 7 years straight. I don't see a reason they wouldn't do that for the 8th year, right? But also, if they don't want to do this route, with the Majin Vegeta route, there is the end of this arc, right? With Spirit Bomb, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is the other one that people have been talking about. Again, we did get the update that, you know, we're gonna get UI changes to seeing the progress of, I believe it was active gauges and it was active gauges and, like, was it unique gauges, right? I think status of enemy unique gauges. It was something like that, but, like, I think Sword of Hope Trunks now, like, you know, because it was, like, unless you were mentally keeping track of, like, the timer counts that were passing by, that Sword of Hope Trunks had activated his Sword of Hope since. Like, there wasn't an easy way to keep track of Sword of Hope's progress once Sword of Hope Trunks activated the Sword of Hope. So they're going to update it so we can actually see that without actually having to mentally keep in track of, like, how many timer counts has passed by since the enemy Sword of Hope, Trunks, has used his Sword of Hope. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. And I think that the Spirit Bomb is an active gauge attack. Like, that would probably make sense, like a countdown active gauge attack, similar to Sword of Hope. There's a good chance that we see this guy released for part 3. Now, if they're going to do this guy, I don't know. Like, here's the thing with this guy. I think that this is the Spirit Bomb, the end of the Spirit Bomb Goku, I think is a character that could be the first character to be a Ultra LF character. It's the unpredictable 8th anniversary. They could just kind of do whatever the hell they want for part 3. But if they're not going to do that and just make this like a standalone Ultra character, again, I don't know how many people would feel about that. I personally would be fine with that because it's one character and I don't have to break the bank to summon for 2 characters. But when we take a look at Kid Buu, right? The last Kid Buu we got was Ultra Kid Buu before year 5, you know, 58 OS. What are we at now? And we're in the 80s, right? We're in the 90s, right? We're in the 90s in terms of character. Yeah, we're 96, right? So it's been almost, what, 40 months? It's been 38 months since the last, like, new Kid Buu. He's on the table for a new character release. So it's just, like, why wouldn't they, you know, do a dual celebration with End of Z Spirit Bomb Goku, Ultra Spirit Bomb Goku, and just Legend Kid Buu? You know, by the way, if they do Legend Kid Buu, they could throw... This is the big thing that I had in the shower. They could throw, you know, Legend Piccolo back in the future tier, and they give this guy an actual home, right? And all of a sudden, it's like, you know, we can revive Piccolo. Maybe he's saw in the meta or whatnot. You know, we'll see. I would assume so because this is a modern character. And then, like, for Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I mean, Saiyans, some family in Majin Buu Saga, like, you know, this character has a lot of hopes. Like, he doesn't need that much help, right? Like, we've already gotten the Sun family help with, like, the Super Saiyan Trunks and Gohan. We have Shallot, if you really want to consider him a buff. We have Gogeta Blue, like, we have Broly, like, Saiyans, and Sun Family, we have a galore of characters. And then with the Zenkai, that could be potentially really good, which, let's be real, we're not really going to expect much from a Zenkai in this day and age, but, like, equipment for Saiyan, that's, like, you know, that would be a real thing, right? Like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku is not struggling for teams. But if they release a Kid Buu, this character buffs regen, which kind of does need help at this point, I would say. Powerful Opponent is in a good spot. What else do you buff, right? You buff regen, just Powerful Opponent for this specifically, and then I guess Buu Saga. Those are the three teams that we're looking at here. Yeah, Buu Saga would be fine. I think if they just decided to give it another buff, right? We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then Legend Vegeta, and then you run Kid Buu in the leader slot. That's a real team that you could run, right? Maybe Ultra Kid Buu gets put on feature tier, and with his platinum equipment, he could probably do something. Maybe same thing with Gohan, right? Like, there's a lot of things that they could do with, like, if they just give us a new Kid Buu to, like, actually, like, all of a sudden say, whoa, you know, like, this is a real team all of a sudden, right? And I don't think people would be mad at another Kid Buu with new animations, just because we haven't had that in over 40 months, effectively, right? It would be a good time, I think, to just have a new Kid Buu and a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, another celebration idea that I had was actually Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. It's kind of baffling to me that we don't have standalone Orange Piccolo in this game, or in Dokkan, but that's a conversation for another day. But the thing with this is that it's like, would we really want a Legend Orange Piccolo? To be honest with you, I think it would go well. They could just redo Beast Gohan as another Ultra, who cares? But personally, if I were to do this, I would say that they could just release a Legend Beast Gohan. That way they don't have to do like another rehash. People wouldn't be complaining at that front. And like get the ink art animation for like Beast Gohan, because Beast Gohan already has an Ultra. And then we could just give like Orange Piccolo the Ultra, and then this guy has like an intro where he's like reviving and shit. You know, like I think it would go well with a lot of people, right? For Orange Piccolo. Then like he's got like a giant mechanic all of a sudden, you know, like that'd be cool, right? Maybe that's like his active gauge countdown thing. Who knows? That could be a thing, right? Also because Orange Piccolo would be getting a new one, he puts Regen back on the table, right? All of a sudden, you know, Regen's back on the team. I don't think having access to more meta teams is a bad thing in the meta. Like, having more options is always good. We did also have the, you know, Revival Orange Piccolo get his eating equipment, but that goes kind of short-lived once Super Vegeta dropped, which is kind of unfortunate, but, you know, now that purple isn't like, we'll see, right? But maybe Orange Piccolo could be back, and then maybe he could do a little, like, one or two, right? Because revives are actually pretty valuable right now, right? Because of Future Trunks and Future Gohan, like, who knows? Maybe that'd be a strong thing to bring back, right? Who knows? And then, I mean, Beast Gohan, people would just go crazy for another Beast Gohan. Like, people see Beast Gohan, they just cream their pants. I don't think that's a hot take here. And then like a Legend Beast Gohan with a new LF animation, like people would go insane, I think. Like, I mean, what, like movies, we already had a part 1, so like in terms of that, like we don't even need to talk about movies getting a thing. Hybrid Saiyans is, you know, gonna get buffed, duh. Sun Family, like, you know, what would they do for like, I guess it would just be like another movie celebration. People would be a little sad about that, but it's like, do we care? What, they just Zenkai Piccon and Gogeta? Like, who cares? Just do it, right? Or maybe they Zenkai Blue Beast. People have been asking for this guy Zenkai. They would want it. Why not, right? Double Beast Gohan? Who would be mad about that, right? I don't think anyone would be mad about a Double Beast Gohan meta. Like, this game, when it comes to Beast Gohan, like, they spam Beast Gohan whenever they can. Like, doesn't matter, honestly. Right? Like, Double Beast Gohan, who cares? Screw it, do it again, right? Beast Gohan 1, Beast Gohan 2. And then, like, Ultra, or, you know, if they want to do Ultra Beast Gohan, again, they can. Legend Power Awakening, or Legend Orange Piccolo, they can. I think Superhero Pan getting a just standalone character this year is a little weird. And I don't think I'm the only one who thinks that, so, right? And then for the last celebration idea I had is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and then Omega Shenron. Now, if they're gonna do this, no shit Sherlock, Gogeta would have to be the Ultra. If they're gonna do, see, here's the thing with like GT, right? Like, this is the one where I'm kind of like on, because it's like, what? do they do Ultra Daima, like adult Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku? And then like Legend Super Saiyan 4 Goku? They could do that, or like Legend Goma. Like they could do that. Or like I feel like if we're gonna get another Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it just has to be another Baby Saga Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like an Ultra one. Like this guy's the Super Saiyan 4 transformation still not being in this game is ridiculous to me after 8 years. I don't think it's a hot take, so they would probably have to do that sometime. And so kind of actually why I'm surprised that they decided to go Super Full Power Saiyan 4 as the Ultra instead of transformation of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but I digress. They do whatever that they want, right? But again, it's like, who would be the counterpart to this character, right? Of the I feel like if they're gonna do an Ultra from GT, it would have to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And then they could just do another Legend Omega Shenron. I mean, it's not like they've spanned Omega throughout the entirety of this game's history. Like, what, we have 3 Omegas? Am I stupid? Is that true? It's 3, right? We have the red one from year 6. Or where is this? Oh, year Sin Shenron in this game, on this site. That's interesting. Yeah, we've got this red one from year 2. Now we got the Ultra one, who's a free character and no one cares about. And then we have the LF one from 2 years ago. Again, my only thing with this being the part 3 celebration like ender is that we had this exact part 3 finale 2 years ago, and like personally for me, like that was fine on its own. We don't need to do a rehash of this so soon, in my personal opinion. But again, like if they just do another Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Like who's complaining about that, right? Again, Omega is a regen character, so he buffs that. He's a fusion warrior character. He's a GT character. He's a powerful opponent character. Like, in terms of the teams that this character buffs, it's massive. Like, this character, I think, stat-wise, does a lot. And, like, team buffing-wise, he does a lot, right? And, personally, like, that would kind of, I think, work. And, like, honestly, it's been 2 years since the celebration. They could just do it again. Who cares? Right? Now I did just briefly mention Daima, but like again, my thing with Daima is like people don't care about Daima, and like now that Dragon Ball Super is like, I don't know, less than 4 months away, like do people like, that's the thing with Daima too. It's like, yeah, Daima in this game specifically, we still need Goma, which I don't understand why he's not here. Like personally, with part 3, it doesn't look like we're gonna see Daima, so Garesh rant video coming soon. Duh. Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku is also not in this game, which doesn't make any sense to me, but at a certain point, we're gonna have to see these characters in the game, man. Like, they just have to come out, right? It's kind of insane to me that they didn't already drop these 2 characters, so they could just kind of move on and just say checklist done. Like, we can just, you know, for part 3, just say, screw it. Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku from, you know, Daima, and then I don't know, Legend Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT, because Double Super Saiyan 4 Goku, unpredictable 8th. Who would expect a Double Super Saiyan 4 celebration from GT and Daima? Like, eventually they're probably going to do that, right? Like, as a tag character. Honestly, like, I don't know what the hell they're doing with Daima. People don't really seem to care about it, so my thing is, like, do we really want to expect Daima here? Probably not. I think people would actually be happier with a Beast Gohan. People would be more happy with a UI Goku. People would be more happy with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like from End of Z, because like that's an idea that people have been actually talking about, like Majin Vegeta, like Kid Buu. I don't think people would be as excited for Kid Buu, but it's like Kid Buu representation. I don't think people would complain as much. Same thing with like a standalone blue Vegeta. Like I think people just have like 10 or like 15 different characters before they even like start to name Daima characters, right? So yeah, but those are my ideas, I think, that we could probably see for part 3. I just kind of want to talk about this because I was in the shower and I was like, I have to turn this into a video. Like this is a thing that I have to start talking about. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about, you know, what did I give, like 6, or I'm not saying that word, 6 or 6 plus 1 celebration ideas for double celebrations, and then they could just do like, I don't know, 5 separate solo characters if they really wanted to. Like we have a lot of options in terms of like characters that we can actually see for part 3 of this anniversary. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you for the next showcase video or whenever you guys decide to watch one of my videos, because thank you for watching. Hopefully part 3 is gonna be fire. I have no doubt that it will be, but who knows? Maybe they spill the beans and they do Dragon Ball Saga and then everyone's mad, which would be funny to see, but they're not gonna do that. Let's be real. They're not gonna do that. All right. I'm gonna just go to sleep now. Peace.